Okay, we're starting a video. This is a giveaway. Somebody has just recently rejoined my guild as a good friend of mine, has 19 Dragon Claw pages. So one page off 20, which means they need 150, hang on, 40, 30, they need 131 pages. I have 138 pages. So first of all, I'm going to send them all my money and then find out how much it's going to cost at lowest price. 50 is going to cost like 600k, so it's going to take a while to send them all across. It's going to be pretty damn expensive on my tax. But yeah, we're going to try to send as much of these across as I can. So I got 336k. No, wait, 330k. That'll do. It's going to be pretty expensive sending these across. I'm not sure if I'm going to have the full amount to be able to send all of them across, because each sale is probably going to cost me around 50k tax. And it's probably going to take me about 8 sales to send them across at like 330. Let's see, 30 pages at a time is like 375. This is going to be pretty damn expensive. So we're looking around 25 pages at a time, minus whatever I'm losing in tax. I do have some money up here, well, some unbound gold, which I can turn into silver if I need to. So I'll probably do that because I do want to get this unlocked for him. And to be fair to him, he has been asking me to star in one of my giveaway videos at some point, so yeah, let's get this unlocked for him. How much is the tax at 300? 5% tax is going to be... It's going to be quite expensive, 8. I mean, 100 is like 5k, so that's like 15k tax, 8 roughly. Or just over 15k tax for each transaction. So that's 30k. Sending the money and then buying the pages. So that's 30, 60, 90, 120. 100. I'll be losing around 150k tax. There should be enough to make enough transactions to send all these pages across. Especially with my 1,700 unbound gold as well to back me up. Okay, 330k. There we go. So that's the tax. So he's got 315, so this is like I thought, 15k tax. Okay. So let's try 25 pages first. 26 would be too much, wouldn't it? Yeah. So we go 25. Obviously, if he doesn't buy mine, then I don't get the money back and I can't send more pages across. So this is all down to how he does in regards to purchasing my pages. And I think I am going to convert this into silver, because the amount I got is just about enough to send 25 at a time. And really I need to be making 4 lots of 25 just to get 100 pages across. And each transaction's taking, in total, one way, is 30k tax. So let's just see how much I can get with this. Going for it, fuck it. Wipes out my money, but I'll get some money, not much, but a little bit out of this week's World Tour. Now that makes me feel a hell lot better. He's seen my videos where I was doing transactions, where I was giving stuff away to different players like Kenny and that. And he now knows top left is where my item will be displayed once it pops up. So I feel a little bit more comfortable that he will buy my item and not somebody else's. Good, good. This is the type of things, when I have enough money and whatnot to do so, I like to do these types of stuff to help bring up some of the low mates, you know what I mean? Make them at least somewhat effective, more effective than they otherwise would be. Before we do this, let's go and take a look at what is currently up for sale. So there's loads of 2s, 10s, 2s, 98s. No, so we're okay. Mine will be the only 25 in trade. I've turned all my gold into silver, giving me an additional 184k. That's going to cover the tax, allowing me to do at least 4 transactions minimum. Say 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. Now I can get all 6 transactions with this. This is all of the tax money, because that's how much it's going to cost me in tax, 180k. So now I've definitely got enough for him to unlock his pages. We're going to stick to 3-3 okay. Just makes it easier for me to monitor my money. I know 330k, I leave with 315k, which is 25 pages. So we're just going to be doing transactions of 25 pages, and by the time that's finished, I'll be left with what's left out of the tax money, because the rest of the money I've been eaten away in tax. So I'll keep some unbound silver from this now. You'll need 6 fishes, because we're going to be having to do 6 transactions. That's 25 pages. It's basically all of my Dragon Claw pages until I'm left with 7, and then you'll have enough to unlock it. This particular class that I'm selling him is really good for events like Chaos Wars. So he'll now be able to use that class in Chaos War and kill loads of mobs. What that'll do is allow him to stack up high on his points. So I'm going, we've got to go to get the market goods. There we go. Brought. That'll leave him with about 312k, something like that, isn't it? No, 315, and this will cost 312. 25 pages. And as you can imagine, for someone who doesn't spend loads of money on the game, it can take a very long time to collect these stuff. So helping people out when it comes to unlocking some of these classes can really shorten the amount of time it takes for them to grow, because like for example with Dragon Claw, you can use that to spam this special, Dragon Claw special, on mobs and stack up on your points. By being able to do that, you're then able to obtain items from scoring high on the mobs. Like, let's see, what items will you get? It's some of these types of stuff which are used for upgrading your companion. And that's one of the things that Chaos War's really good at, being able to farm points. The higher your points are in the list, the more stuff you can get for upgrading your companions, which is needed on...
It's my duty to uphold justice.
Actually, I'll show you with a different companions. Go back.
It's my duty to
show you with one that
justice.
isn't upgraded to max, but is quite high. There we go. I haven't got any gold runs that are quite high that aren't maxed. Have I? Nope. But let's say this one was a gold, it isn't. Once you upgrade it to like level 70 or something like that, I believe, on its equipment, this one will ask for one of those items that I pointed at, the SS items. These stuff. That's for the S rank ones, and that's for the SS. And to get those, you can get them from Chaos War, and some of them can actually be brought in, let's see, Chaos War bags. This one you can only buy the S rank ones, but to get the double S, if you have any double S companions, you'll need to score high in Chaos Wars by farming points and hopefully getting a few bosses if you can, and that would allow you to get the double S ones. Also, being able to score high on points would allow you to get loads of these points, which means you'll be able to, at the very minimum, gear yourself up with level 3 orange internal gems, which is quite helpful. These bags are for A rank companions. You'll also be able to go for these, which I believe are level 4, that you can get by spending 50 tokens at a time. Obviously, another place you could get that from is World Tour, but now you do have the option of getting these level 4 ones, I believe these are, from also Chaos Wars. So he'll now be able to gear up his gems with these stuff by attending Chaos Wars with that weapon, because it is one of those ones that pulls enemies together and is quite a quick kill. The stronger he gets his character, the more effective it'll be. But it'll definitely help him out significantly, because his gems are down here. This is a level 5, I believe. Yeah, level 5. Well, he'll be able to guarantee level 4 on all of these other gems, and these from Chaos War, not including doing World Tour and using the World Tour tokens to purchase the gem shards. You buy 10 shards and then you can go into your item bag, materials, look for the shards. Say for example, you were buying these. If I brought one more from World Tour, I'd be able to click synthesize and turn it into a gem. Same here. And now he's got 2 places he can get them from. He can get them from Chaos Wars or World Tour. He has recently rejoined my guild, and of course every active player gets straight put into World Tour by me. So he's already in World Tour. Let's just double check. There he is. He's in World Tour. We're registered and we're ready to rock. So hopefully he'll check this video out and he'll start doing his Chaos Wars. Is it in? Let's go check listings. It's in. I'm assuming he got it. And you can see how much of my tax, well, how much of my money it's starting to eat through out of just 2 transactions. Obviously with the 180 that I got from turning this in, it's going down a fair bit. Because like the 180k that's here was not my start off money, because obviously I turned my unbound gold into 180k unbound silver. So minus 180k and that's what I'm left with. So yeah, these transactions, when it comes to gold pages especially, even purple internals, they're pretty damn expensive. And I so wish Snail would stop taking 5% tax of every transaction, the robbing sods. Because that is straight up daylight robbery. Not only are you giving away rare stuff and hard to get stuff for free to play players, stuff that costs a lot of money to buy, but then they're taking 5% tax off every transaction, you know what I mean? That's gutting, man. I hate that. Already? Okay. Okay. He's quick on the mark, eh? Where are we? Dragonclaw, that's where we are. Gotta make sure I'm sending him the right pages. 25. That's not 5, that's 5. There we go. That'll be 75 pages it's had so far. We're getting close. I've got enough money to cover the tax. That 110k that I've got left will cover the tax. Leaving me with about, I'd say around that 330k starting point. Because I'd have spent the 180k on tax, basically, my unbound gold. And of course I do have other pages. I don't want to obviously kit them all out to one person because it wouldn't be fair on everybody else. I just want to give loads of different people what they need to be able to boost their character up to the next stage where they can start making loads of funds. So for example, getting this person geared up with Dragonclaw will help them in Chaos Wars. They'll be able to team up with others that are struggling with Chaos Wars to be able to be on a decent side where somebody's able to farm a decent amount of points and they can farm with them and start bringing their points up, you know what I mean? And then somebody else might only need a few pages to unlock a couple of other classes, and if I can help out with that, then surely as hell I will. Because my main interest in this game, as well as stopping bullies of course, is the growth of the whole server as a whole. Because at the end of the day, if everybody in the server is weak and you or only a small group of your friends are strong, everybody suffers. Because there's less people to team up with, there's less people to go into events with, and it just holds the whole server back. More people who are strong, more people who have maxed their stuff, more people who can sell those stuff at lowest price. And then hopefully as more people see more videos that I'm making of my giveaways and stuff like that, hopefully we can start to encourage more people to do that type of thing, you know what I mean, and help people out when they are able to help. If they've got something they've maxed and they've got like hundreds or thousands of pages they don't need, it ain't gonna hurt to give a couple away. Unfortunately, this game as a whole is run with a lot of greed. There's entirely too much hate in this world. But as more and more players get strong, that'll start to die out, because eventually, it's going to take a while, but eventually this server will become to the point where you can't go around bullying people, because any group will be able to stop you. You know what I mean? Even the weakest guild will have the strength and numbers to be able to stop a strong PKer. And that's the stage I want this game to get up to. Because when anybody can stand in and stop PKers, people aren't going to go around PKing, because they ain't going to want to get PK'd all the time. But getting the game to that stage, it's a lot of hard work. And a lot of bloody money. But that's the goal. So yeah, I've got a load of videos to upload. This one, there's a couple of fights against the Warriors that I'll be uploading, and some videos of me trying out a new class that I got yesterday, well, last night. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Some of those I might seem half asleep or not quite with it, because I was half asleep and not quite with it. I still am, because I didn't sleep much, because I stayed up all night to unlock that class. I was a little bit too excited. Then I went to bed, got a couple hours sleep, and then I got back up because I was too excited. So yeah, stay tuned for those videos. That's definitely in now, because it's not showing in listings. Which means if I go to buy, you know, you shouldn't be waiting. You know what I mean? You do get a lot of people trying to steal pages. I mean, at the moment, in regards to Dragonclaw, there are loads of them in. Some of them a couple of pages, some of them more. But if this was something like Firm or something like that, and you waited that long, they would have been stolen. So you got to remember, you can't participate in school practice and stuff like that, leaving stuff in trade when you're transferring stuff, because as you can see from some of my other videos, like when I tried to give away some divines, I uploaded a video about people stealing, because people do steal stuff. You want to make sure you get everyone, otherwise you won't have enough to unlock. And the whole point of doing this is to send you enough pages if I could do it all at the same time, I would, but it would have been like 33 pages probably at most, but then I wouldn't be able to cover the tax. And doing it as 25, I can see how much is being taken away in tax, and I can make sure that I don't run it up so that I run out of silver to be able to send it across. At the moment I have just about got enough. at 415k. That means I can do another 1 or 2 more transactions at most, and then I might have to do smaller transactions for the last couple. We shall see. He started off with 19, didn't he? He's now got 50, 25, 50, 75 plus his 19. Okay. Correct, I should be left with about 9 then, shouldn't I? If he only needed 1 from 20, that means he knows 130 off me. Or something like that. I did have 137, so no, that'd be 7 pages I'll be left with. Okay. Has he put the fish up? It's up. I'm assuming that's it. Yep. That's left me with 85, which will be going in tax. Okay, there we go. 25. Remember, it takes 5 minutes to display because they're gold pages, which means they're rare. So the developers force a 5-minute showing in listings so that anyone who's looking at it has a chance to steal it. By saying, oh, somebody's selling that, okay, and then they go onto the shop and start spamming that to reset the page on the actual item. Say if this was what they was after, and they'll keep doing that till the 25 pops up, and then they'll try to steal it by clicking on it and buying it straight away. And the reason I started doing these Jace's giveaways, which do seem to be quite popular, I've had a few people commenting on them in game, and the reason I started doing this is because when I used to tell people that I used to give away loads of stuff, which I did, I have loads of stuff that I've given away before in the past, even up to like gold divines and stuff like that. I even gave away, I'm not sure if I recorded, 2 of these divines as well. I gave 1 to Repute, and I gave 1 to another one as well by spending a total of 10 of these super rares. So instead of spending them on myself and getting something like, well, saving up for something like these gems or something like that, I just gave them away. And gave away 2 of these divines. I'm not sure if I recorded that though. I think I might have recorded at least 1 of them. Possibly both of them, but I'm not sure if I did. But 1 of them I gave to a player that was either Jans or this player. I think it might have been this player though. Yeah, it might have been this one, because they're using it. It was either this one or Jans. But one of them, I can't remember which one, was regularly asking me for that divine. They wanted it really badly, and I thought, fuck it, I'll get it for them. So yeah, but I honestly can't remember if I recorded it. If that's you who I gave a divine to and you're watching this video, comment down below. That way it shuts up all of the people who constantly go around saying, you don't help anyone, you don't give nothing to anyone, what do? You do nothing, you just get in the way, you stop us having fun bullying whoever we want, you're nasty. Yeah. The videos talk for themselves, mate. One minute. I recently gave away all of my Exy pages that I had quite a bit as well. Can't remember who to, but I do think I recorded it. But I'll have to have a look through all the videos I've saved up on my phone and start getting them uploaded. I put it down as 1 minute because when it says 0 minutes, the last minute. When it says 1 minute, it means 1 minute and so many seconds. So this is the so many seconds of it. So it'll be up in about 30 seconds. Should be going up in like the next 10 seconds. There we go. Up. Sold. Just about to have enough for this transaction. I should be able to get one more transaction out of this. This is 30k, next one's 60. I'll be able to get one more transaction, and then I might have to decrease the amount I sell because I might not have enough for the 330k. Okay, I'm going. Let's see what we got. Here we go. This should be the last transaction then. Well, actually, no, this is close to the last transaction, I think. Let's have a look. No, not 5. 25. Lowest price. That's it. There we go. And then he only needs a couple more, don't he? Now this would have left him with about around 2k of my money after each transaction, because he had like he's getting like 315,000 and these transactions cost 312,500, so it would have left him with about 2,500 per transaction, so he should have around 10k after this. And he needs, out of that 7, 8, 9, 10 is free, he needs 6 more pages. If I'm not mistaken, at lowest price, that's 75k. So if he's got 10k, I'll send him the I'll send him 70k, and that'll return some of the money left on his account from the transactions, and hopefully not decrease my money too much, so I still have roughly my starting off amount after spending all of my gold to cover the tax. What a wounder, man. All my gold gone. Damn. That hurts. At least I should be able to get around 600 gold out of this week's World Tour. I'll have to win a couple more well, not win, but I'll have to enter a couple more World Tours just to bring the money back up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 points. I need to do 3 World Tours to get back to where I was on gold. Yeah, that's a wounder. But this is nearly done. Showing it to me. I'll save up some more pages through my top-ups and stuff like that, and start giving some more away. At the moment, the next ones that are really ready to be given away in big chunks like that are probably Magnanimity. I can definitely give away loads of them. They're something I don't need to worry about too much. Power Palm as well. And Way of the Fist as well. As well as purples. If you need any purple martial arts or internals, give me a shout. In regards to internals, I've got ridiculous amounts. That one's a martial arts, so I've got a ridiculous amount of them as well. Quite high on them. Quite high on them. Those I don't need. Those I don't need. I don't need any of these purples basically. But yeah, if you know anyone that needs them or blues, contact me in game. Because if you don't get it, somebody else will. Or I'll end up NPCing them and throwing them away. And what's the point in that? Someone said in 21 Heavenly Oct. I would have had enough to buy that, but now I don't. That sucks. Nobody will give away Heavenly Oct at the moment because I can't afford to do that right now while I'm still trying to unlock that class. Because I need, how many for Heavenly Oct? I need to unlock Spectre as well first. And I need just under 50 pages. So damn, I could have done with them ones that are in trade. That's a wounder. Won't hurt though. I'll get them in my own time by playing the game and topping up. That's mining trade. There we go. He's probably already put the item up, so let's go take a look. Market goods. Nope, he hasn't yet. Hang on. How much does he need now? Let's ask him. He should have around 10k after those transactions off my leftover change from buying the pages. 7k. Okay, let's round it up so it's high enough to get the last few pages. He needs the 7s, mine because I have 37, right? 8, 9, 10 is free. 6 he needs, which will cost him at lowest price 75k. So his 7k should cover the tax on his side, so let's go with 70k. Let's see if that's enough. And my money has taken a big drop. Damn, I want those pages, but I don't have enough now. Ouch. What I'll do after this is I'll see if it's staying in trade or if it's being given to someone. I'm assuming somebody's put that amount in, they're probably giving it to a particular player. But if they're not, they're just going in trade. I'll see if any of my outs have enough money to bring my money back up, and then I'll send that across and buy those pages, because I do need that plus. And I'm like super close to being able to unlock it. Right, he needs 75k after the tax. If he hasn't got 75k, I'll have to set in some more across. Yeah, he needs some more. Okay. We'll just put an extra 5k on. And that'll be a 5k fish. Let's have a look, see what's currently in the trade right now. They're 4k's, is the highest. There's a 5k fish. Getting Heavenly Yacht will be a slow process for me, mainly because a lot of the players who have unlocked it or maxed it are in the top guilds, and they would never sell to me at lowest price or giveaway. I think I'm probably one of the only players who actually does this on this game. If anybody else does that type of stuff, make some videos. Share the word of positivity. check the time, how long's left till it shows. Now with this one, you could have ended up accidentally buying a different one because I think there are 6 in already. How about let's see, 2s, 10s, no there ain't a 6, no, so it should be okay. Because he could end up buying those 2 ones, which would give him the amount, but then I wouldn't get my money back. He would have given some of my money to somebody else. And that would be very annoying. I have actually had that happen to me before. Where I've given stuff away and then they've brought it off someone else and it's been like, you bastard. That's going to set me back a few weeks trying to make that money up. Yeah, but I unlocked my page, unlocked my class. Yeah, good for you. You could have unlocked it by buying mine and giving me my money back. But like, yeah, good for you. Thanks for setting me back by about 2 months. But yeah, I have actually had that happen to me before. Problem is when people do accidentally mess up and they buy from somebody else, so you don't get the money back, it means you have to put everybody else on hold, which can make them a bit upset because like obviously they know it's expensive on tax. They've seen some of my videos and that. And yeah, when you've got like no money, they want some stuff, you've got the stuff you don't need and you're having to get rid of the stuff for them. If I've got the money to cover their tax and there's a right now yeah, and obviously I couldn't let them know who brought off somebody else by accident, otherwise it could turn into a big hate, you know what I mean? You dickhead, you had Jace's money then brought off somebody else instead of giving him his money back so I couldn't buy my pages that I needed off him. You held me back by 2 months. You know what I mean? Like, nah, we'll just skip the witch hunt. This should be, if I'm not mistaken, the last 6 pages he needs to unlock Dragonclaw. And while we're waiting, we'll go and take a look to see if the Heavenly Oct pages that have been put up for sale have sold. Yep, that means they were a giveaway to someone. Or selling directly to someone. Not a problem because there are some stuff I can do on this game to get Heavenly Oct pages. And it's not like my character isn't strong enough to participate in that type of stuff. Celestial Cave, well yeah, Celestial Cave needs a lot of gold for getting that. I'm out of that. Poison Insect Road, I will start doing that. That's something that I have been missing from time to time. Conquest I can't get because the top guilds hog all the bases and they'll never share the bases. So basically the server has to get strong enough to be able to kick them out in order for there to ever be a chance of being able to share the conquest bases around. And Strange Realms, that's something that I tend not to do, so I need to start doing that just to try to get some of those pages. I've actually got one here, that's a Strange Realm that I've had left there, I've not bothered doing it. But yeah, I think today I'll get that done after I've done the rest of my daily stuff. Let's just wait until this is sold. There's loads of Dragonclaws going up now. So that'll be somebody from the top guilds. I've seen that I was sending Dragonclaw around, or they seen somebody's putting a load of regular Dragonclaw in and then they're spamming these. Probably to try to trick people into buying their one instead of my one. Yeah, he brought mine. Because I can see it there in the sale. There's my money back. Slightly under what I started off at, I think, or is it? I don't know. 345k. I had around 340, didn't I? 338, something like that. So there's a little bit left over from the Unbound Gold that I transferred across, but most of the Unbound Gold that I transferred was gone in tax. So around 180k tax gone for that little transaction, which is how expensive this game is. But yeah, thank you for watching. This is another Jace's giveaway to Serenity, and yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.